Alright, listen up. I'm about to hit you with some cold hard truth. You might feel it sting a little, but it'll hit deep. And once it does, you won't be the same again. You've got this deep primal need for discomfort in your life. Sounds fucked up, right? Why would you need discomfort? We're all taught to avoid discomfort. Society, media, your damn phone, all of it, it's pushing you to avoid pain, to numb it out with pleasure. But here's the secret. It's the discomfort that's going to make you grow. It's the discomfort that leads to real power. You think comfort is where it's at? No. Comfort kills. Comfort keeps you weak, keeps you small, and it keeps you stuck in a life of meaningless bullshit. Humans need discomfort. You're hardwired for this shit. Let's break this down, so there's no confusion. You need discomfort. It's not optional. Your brain is like a muscle. You need to push it, challenge it, make it work. If you don't give it something to push against, it creates its own problems. Self-inflicted stress, unnecessary anxiety, guilt, shame. The job I hate trap. Imagine you're working at a job you hate. You're doing it just for the paycheck. You've got this little routine and it feels safe, but inside it's eating you alive. You feel the discomfort, you feel the stress, you tell yourself it's fine, it's just a job. But your brain is screaming at you to do more, to be more. The stress doesn't stop because your brain needs discomfort. It's demanding that you find meaning, to rise above the mediocrity. If you don't, the stress is going to eat you alive, and it'll keep you stuck. You can feel it already, can't you? That anxiety, that sense of something bigger waiting for you. But you're not doing shit about it. Relationships. Think about your relationships. Maybe you're avoiding the tough conversations, not really challenging each other to grow. Just skating by with small talk and superficial bullshit. That discomfort that comes from real deep connections, that's where the growth happens. But if you don't create that discomfort, you get all the stress of resentment, fear, loneliness. It's self-inflicted. That's your mind trying to get your attention. The stress of avoiding growth. You want a better body, but you skip the gym or eat like shit. You avoid the discomfort of working out or eating healthy because it feels hard. But that discomfort is what leads to strength. That discomfort builds you. When you avoid it, your mind doesn't get the satisfaction of growth, and so it creates stress, anxiety, depression, all because you're avoiding growth. So here's the deal. If you don't choose discomfort for growth, your mind will manufacture it in shitty ways. Your brain is constantly looking for something to push against. If you're not actively challenging yourself with growth, your brain will give you stress for your own stupid patterns, problems and excuses. Pleasure versus fulfillment. The dangerous trade-off. Let's talk now about pleasure. Sweet, sweet, immediate pleasure. You know the stuff that makes you feel good for 5 minutes and leaves you feeling like shit after. You know the drill. You felt it. When man can't find a deep sense of meaning, he distracts himself with pleasure. Viktor Frankl named it. What he's saying is this. When you can't find meaning, your mind is going to find ways to distract you, and you'll fall into the trap of instant gratification. The phone trap. You've been on your phone for 2 hours. You've scrolled through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. In that moment it's fun. It's a quick hit of pleasure. But what happens after? Do you feel fulfilled? No, you feel empty. Like a junkie looking for the next fix. And guess what? It's never enough. The more you chase that quick pleasure, the more you need it. And now you're addicted to it. Your brain is rewiring itself to look for that instant hit, not long-term fulfillment. The sugar high. You eat that sugary snack or down that sugary drink. It feels great at first, quick energy, quick pleasure. But what happens 30 minutes later? You crash. You feel worse than before. Your brain is still looking for that dopamine hit, but now you need more of it. Avoiding real work for comfort. Let's say you're at work and the project you're working on feels boring as hell. Instead of diving in, you check your phone, grab a snack, or start chatting with someone. Sure, it's pleasurable, but it doesn't lead to fulfillment. Now you're stuck in the cycle of avoiding discomfort. You've traded real progress for a momentary distraction. Here's the truth. Choosing pleasure over fulfillment. It's a one-way ticket to misery. Pleasure is a temporary escape from discomfort. It's like popping a painkiller instead of actually healing the wound. And over time, it'll cause you to become more anxious, neurotic, and depressed. Because you're not building anything of substance. You're just numbing yourself. The science, why it matters, why it works. Why the hell does this work the way it does? Why are we hardwired for discomfort? And why is pleasure so seductive? It's because of neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on your habits and your experiences. When you choose discomfort over pleasure, your brain gets stronger, smarter, more resilient. But when you choose pleasure over fulfillment, you weaken yourself. You're literally training your brain to be weak when you choose instant pleasure over long-term fulfillment. Every time you give in to that short-term hit, you make it harder to choose discomfort and grow in the future. And that is why it gets harder and harder to pull yourself out of the rut the longer you stay stuck. But here's the cool part. When you choose discomfort, you're literally building your own mental and emotional muscles. You're training your brain to handle bigger, tougher challenges. You retrain your neural pathway to embrace the discomfort of growth. That's when real power comes in. That's when you level up. So why are you afraid to do it? Why do you keep avoiding discomfort? Why do you keep chasing the easy path? It's because you're afraid. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort itself. But guess what? That fear is exactly what's holding you back. It's a comfort zone trap. When you don't face the discomfort, you avoid the growth. And when you avoid the growth, you avoid the power that comes with it. It's like staying in a cage when the door is wide open. Now you've got to interrupt this pattern. You've got to break out of the cage. You've been living in a cycle of avoiding discomfort. That's what keeps you stuck in the same old patterns. But once you decide to face the discomfort, your whole life changes. Interrupting and changing the pattern. The key to breaking free is interrupting the old weak patterns. Every time you catch yourself avoiding discomfort, you stop and make a different choice. Do it once, then twice, then 3 times. Before you know it, it feels natural. If you're avoiding that tough conversation with someone in your life, stop. Feel the discomfort. And choose to have the conversation anyway. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The payoff. How life changes when you own this. Imagine your life if you start making discomfort your ally. Instead of avoiding the tough stuff, you lean into it. Instead of choosing pleasure, you choose fulfillment. You face the hard shit with power, knowing it's the only way to level up. You'll be more resilient. You'll feel more alive. You'll build a life that has meaning, not just a life of distractions. And here's the best part. Once you start getting used to discomfort, you'll stop fearing it. It'll be second nature. And that is when the real magic happens. You'll become someone who's unstoppable. Someone who can handle anything that life throws your way. You want to stop being weak. You want to stop being stuck. You've got to stop running from discomfort. Start leaning into it. Start owning it. And watch how your life transforms. You're done with the bullshit. Time to level the fuck up.